The waste export ban was created to address Australia's concerns of waste pollution. The ban wants to create a circular economy where the recycled materials we consume end up being sold back in the Australian market. According to the Department of Agriculture, Water and the Environment, the ban will increase the amount of waste materials that stay in Australia to be recycled and reprocessed into value-added products. For recycling sorting facilities in the remote Northern Territory, the waste export ban will deprive them of their main customer. NTRS is contracted by the City of Darwin to sort the recycling from the yellow lid curbside recycling bins. 95% of NTRS's sorted materials are currently sold overseas.
It certainly won't be beneficial to NTRS because it'll mean some of the materials we are currently exporting, and of all the materials we collate and recycle, 95% of those are currently exported. And so there's probably, based on our reading of the waste export bans, there's probably at least 1,500 tonnes of materials we currently export that we won't be able to anymore, which will mean we'll have to find options for that within Australia.
When the first of the bans, banning glass exportation, which will be implemented in January next year, recycling sorting facilities all around Australia will be forced to compete with one another for business, with high supply and low demand. From July 2019 to May 2020, Australia exported 3.5 megatons of materials made up of glass, metal, plastic, paper, cardboard and tyres. SA contributed almost 242,000 tonnes, WA 680,000 tonnes, Queensland nearly 943,000 tonnes, New South Wales contributed almost 701,000 tonnes, Victoria was 945 tonnes, Tasmania nearly 11,000 tonnes, and the NT only contributed 6,000 tonnes. 650,000 tonnes of these materials are recyclable and will have to be reused nationally. For the Northern Territory, who has the smallest amount of recycling, and for NTRS, who has to compete with the larger suppliers in other states, on top of having the added costs of transportation, the situation looks bleak.
As time goes on and we work out what the actual impact is going to be, given that it's unknown, we'll just have to assess what the cost impact of that is. And whilst we don't like passing on costs to our customers directly, we've got a business, we've got employees, we've got to worry about our ongoing concerns. So if we have to pass on increased costs, then that's where that will have to sit.
If they can't find those customers, then they'll have to spend the money to send the materials down south to be reprocessed and exported. If that's not economically efficient, then the sorted materials will consequently be added to landfill.
Now the question's going to be, will we find markets for that on the eastern seaboard if they're faced with the same prospect of material they currently export? So will anybody want our material, full stop? And if they do, what price will that be at? So that's, I guess, a two-pronged. So and if we can't find any of those things, then the material ends up in landfill.